Are y'all ready for this?
Evening, hello, how are we? Hello, how are we? How are you? Whatever, you know what I mean. It's not had a queue all day. I've been riding this all day and it's hardly had a queue. It's now 5:45 and it's got nearly an hour's queue. I think the whole thing. So, this was an emergency update, by the way. So, I'll go somewhere quiet so I can just quickly brief you. So, but yeah, literally, I give up. Because it was reasonably busy, and then got changed, had some spoons, had our egg and chips, as you know. I've just come back in. Let me get the old Apple Watch out and see how long it is. Evening, hello, how are you? Evening. So yeah, let's get the Apple Watch out. Must be about half hour. Yeah, it is half hour because it was when it was spoons. So look, literally. They've left it till the last minute, and if you know this ride inside out, you do not leave it till the last minute, because you're very lucky that it might still work. It might not last that long, but how it's been, you know. Oh, evening, hello, how are you? So actually we'll go round the corner, we'll go round here, just get you this, so it's an emergency. It is an hour's queue. Literally, I kid you not. But no, I gave up about 4:45. Must have done about 8, 9 again today. So yeah, running really well. Everything as far as apart from running well, but there's a couple of things, but it doesn't really matter. Waterfall's still not fixed due to sensor issues, and don't want to fill the boat up. So, new speaker. Evening. Down there, look. Evening. Right. Wonder whether that one goes off when the ride goes down, but well, I can't even go this side because of the wind, but we'll go somewhere for you anyway. So here we are. So there you go. Right, sorted. So yeah, now is queue. Literally, that's come up in the last hour. So obviously, but honestly, do not leave this ride, Valhalla, until the last ride of the day. Because you will 9 times out of 10 be disappointed. It doesn't always last until the end of the day. So, right, so what do I need to tell you then? So, e-tickets, they're kind of just letting you in. So, pressing a little buzzer so you don't need them. Just in. Just so, that's kind of falling down. So, are they swaying about getting rid of it? Who knows? But you've scanned your ticket to get in. Why do you need it? So that's that one. And also the main reason for coming down here, up here, wherever it is mainly, right, so basically, you know the fire runoff? So there's a fire runoff. So on the last drop, the third drop now, obviously there's fire, and we call it the fire runoff. They've installed basically similar barriers to that with railings in. It's railings, so to speak, but the first bit, I say the first metre solid, obviously on that left hand side is solid, obviously for obvious reasons that I'm going to go into, and then the rest is railings, but I think there's some hidden agenda to put them in. So because there's no real reason. It's been running for 23 years without railings in, so I don't think there's any needed, but I think there's an ulterior motive to put them in. But because they put them railings in, the crossbeam sensors were, let's say, there, so they were there when you were on the ride. So if you obviously got out of the boat instantly, they shut off, whereas now they're on the top. so it doesn't shut off. So that means all the you know, the fire, trailing fire at the bottom, the two blasts, one of the blasts is broken, and that's something else. So this entrance waterfall, one of the fire blasts isn't working. So, but it doesn't really, because everything else seems to work. They're only tiny bits, that be all right. So yeah. So obviously then the reliability of the fire now of that bit is almost, well, it is 100%. Every ride I've done on that today, that section never failed to deliver. Even the other fire's on, but it doesn't do it very often, that now. It's on like a program, but it does stop for about 5 minutes and go off again. But I'll just quickly tell you on there, they're always lit, but it like adds air to it to make it huge, so you can see it. So yeah. So what was I saying? So yeah, so running very well, really. I've lost my train of thought now. So yeah, but yeah, it can't be just 23 years and we put that in. But as you'll see, the first bit's solid. It's very hard to see because obviously, if you're on the front, you get blasted with water again. Also, they're still being demanding where you sit. So adults have to sit at the left-hand side now. You can't have single riders at the back or the front. So you've got to have 2 people at the front, 2 people at the back. Not sure what's happened there, but I think you can guess. Boats may have come out the trough. You know, it only has to be out the wrong angle and it just comes out the trough. Nothing unsafe or anything, you know, just normal standard stuff. If they keep it level, it goes round. Hardly any stoppages. So if they're doing this, every single boat, it certainly stops them having to go and reset things. So the ride system can run. So all this money has been eventually well spent. It was a bit hit and miss, obviously, first few months, where is this going to work again? But she seems to be all right. Don't know whether it's on 10 boats. There was a post, you know, on Twitter going that they're going to trial 10 boats. That's obviously when it starts pushing it. You start pushing it, she has a paddy, and then every single boat will start to then trigger sensors in blocks, and then the rider system won't run. So it's probably better to leave it with 8 and it runs. But I'm only joking, but obviously, you know, she's that temperamental. You start messing about with her and she just won't run. So all in all, it was worth coming to have a look at that. So, but they're literally painted. They're not been painted. So, but I have been informed that they will be all themed up properly when they can get the chance. So, but they don't look very good at the moment. But yeah, they don't really need to have the whole run. But I think there's an ulterior motive to put them, you know, because it's a bit safer there, and you can maybe have people standing there, can't you? The other side, maybe. So obviously when the ride's shut, obviously, but or locked off, as that procedure is called. But I just think that's the ulterior motive, because there's no real reason to have there, because I don't think a boat will ever stop there. But you know, but because they've put them in, that now no one's going to go underneath it or between them, and move the sensors on the top. So if you climb over the fence, it triggers a fire, and obviously then the splash of the boat doesn't turn them on. So that's very good. So like I say, almost an hour queue, so never leave this ride. What can I say? Just leave you. Oh yeah, big shout out, right? So big shout out to Mel, Ryan, and Liam. They spotted me today. Big shout out to you. They spotted me again. So spotted me. I always get spotted at this place. It's weird. So obviously my content must be Valhalla related, where I've got my subs. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for subbing, thanks for watching, and stick around and we'll have Orlando soon.